or watching Fox 17 Morning News in HD.
This is 13 Wham News This Morning on Rochester's. Now from Toledo's news leader, this is WTOL 11, your day in HD.
This is KIMT News 3's Daybreak.
13 News, Kansas News Leader.
This is KBAK Eyewitness News. Mornings.
If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
On his 40th birthday, Rich Roll found himself overweight and out of shape. But in just 2 years, he has reinvented himself and is now being called one of the 25 fittest guys in the world by Men's Fitness magazine. Rich Roll joins us from Los Angeles this morning.
What are you doing these days? You're surrounded by a lot of sports equipment. Tell us some of the things you're competing in.
Well, I'm getting ready right now for a race called the Ultraman World Championships.
And now I also understand you don't use energy drinks or nutrition drinks because, I mean, you say that they're bad for us?
There's a nutrient, I think it's to your right there that you're sitting here, and you're not paid to endorse it. What is it, and, you know, how did that work into this?
Oh, yeah, there's a product called ASEA, which is a stable, native to the body supplement that contains redox signaling molecules, which help regulate cellular health, help me bounce back quickly between my workouts, and help boost my endurance. They keep my body running smoothly, my immune system functioning at its peak, and it helps me bounce back day to day from my workouts and perform at my peak. It's something that I found integral in not just my training and racing, but in my daily life in terms of promoting overall long-term wellness. If you want to check that out, you can go to my website, like you just said, or you can check out ASEA.net.
All right. Hey, Rich, thank you very much.
The American Health Journal, bringing you the latest information on medicine, psychology, diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. Major medical advances are made each week, and each week the American Health Journal keeps you up to date.
Over time, as we age, our body's ability to protect, repair, and replace the cells diminishes in our body. But what can be done to rejuvenate these cells? Dr. Gary L. Samuelson and Dr. Robertson Ward give us more on a product called ASEA, which maintains a balance in our body and rejuvenates the cells through redox signaling molecules.
Redox signaling is a new field of science. It's only been around about 11 years. But it has to do with how these little micromachines inside living cells communicate.
After 30 years in medicine, I was marveled at this new science of redox signaling, because what it revolved around was getting down to the core levels of what provides health for our body.
My name is Felix Crabb. I'm 27 years old. I'm originally from the U.S. Virgin Islands, the island of St. Thomas. And I've been a professional baseball player for 9 years now. I'm a huge believer in natural supplements. I believe that you only have one body and should take care of it the best way that you can. After taking ASEA the first time, I went to a workout. Once I got done with that workout, I had tons of energy. Later that night, I went to bed feeling wonderful. And when I woke up the next day, I felt totally rejuvenated. I knew there was something about this ASEA. As a professional baseball player, there's extremely long seasons. We play a 140-game schedule, and I believe that you need to be able to recover on a day-to-day basis to be ahead of your competition. And after taking ASEA, I could tell immediately that it was real.
I'm Cindy Lampy, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I've been a runner for about 18 years, and just recently got into triathlons after running 4 marathons in just under 2 years. After 4 weeks of being on ASEA, I ran a 10K, and I had a personal record, and I had a negative split, which means that I ran the second half faster than the first half, which is something I had been trying to achieve for 2 years and had been unable to accomplish. The next race was 2 weeks later, and it was a 10-mile race, and I also set a personal record, and I knocked 14 minutes off of a previous 10-mile race that I just run 3 months earlier. I run with a group, and I've noticed that during my runs, after 2 or 3 miles of warming up, I'm getting faster and I feel stronger, and I end up running ahead of the group, and I finish before the group, and my recovery time is quicker. Recovery, well, for a busy mom, it's very important because I can't rest after a long run. I have children to take care of, and I have to keep going. As an athlete, it's important because you have, your runs and your training the next day, your bike rides, your swim, whatever, and it just makes you stronger for the next workout. I cannot imagine training without ASEA. I take it before every training run, and before every race I have ASEA with me, and I will drink 4 to 6 ounces about 20 minutes before the race. I will never run without ASEA again.
My name's Allie Bills. I'm a Division I women's basketball coach. I played college basketball and professionally, and I've been coaching for 12 years. When I was introduced to ASEA, I was very impressed with the 3 components of endurance, recovery, and repair, as well as the visible results we saw through the VO2 max testing. VO2 max testing's allowed us to see something we haven't seen in other products. Because of that, it is going to change the athletic playing field in college, Olympic, and professional athletes. It's not an energy drink. It's an endurance, which is completely different, because with energy there's a high and then there's a low. With an endurance product, there's not ever a low. It's just effective during exercise. Personally, I've had 14 knee surgeries. It's absolutely changed my life and allowed me to do the things that I love to do. Having been an ex-athlete, I continue to stay competitive, and I try to pretend that I still have what I used to have. But I love to compete. I have been limited with 14 knee surgeries. I've had 3 ACLs and several others that followed, and I've had to be careful as to things that I've done and how much I've done. Since I've been on ASEA, I have found that I am able to go out day after day and do the things that I love to do, and do it hard and do it intense and compete at a level that I remember competing at, and it's been great.
My name is St. John Smith. I'm a beach volleyball world champion and Olympian and commentator now, and I run camps and clinics for kids up and down the California coast and all over the country, and really have not been able to get away from the sport of beach volleyball. Beach volleyball, is a very difficult sport. You're out here trying to move around in the sand, which is not very forgiving. Well, it is to some degree, because if you fall, you're not going to get hurt, but trying to go anywhere is very difficult. Trying to jump is very difficult, and you're covering a large court, a court that 6 people would cover indoors. So the sport of beach volleyball can be a very, very difficult sport. I've been searching my whole career, 25 years, for a product that would help me perform, that was obviously legal as well, because I was playing internationally and I had played in the Olympic Games. So this is something I was very skeptical about. So I said, okay, I want to try this. I want to see how it affects me. If the tests they've already done are so successful, what would happen if I tested it on myself? Even though I was not, the athlete I was 10, 15, 20 years ago, still, I know what it's like when I push myself today and how it feels. So I ran the stairs up in the canyon, and I know I can do it a certain number of times, and I know the way I feel afterwards. So I did it, and then I ran a few more because I felt pretty good. I thought, okay, if I feel that good, I'm going to push myself even harder just to see how things go. So I ran a few more sets, and I come down, and normally my legs are shaking. They weren't shaking. I thought, well, that's odd. Okay, well, I'll just wait till tomorrow because the next day I can barely walk. Normally, when I do that kind of a workout. So the next day I felt pretty good. I wasn't limping around when I walked. I was feeling pretty darn good, and that's what I knew. This product is very special, and the claims that they've been making through the tests they've been doing were real. So ever since then, I've been telling all my friends and athletes and people about the product because I've never seen anything like it. I want to be able to do things as closely as the way I used to do them years ago, and the only way I've been able to do that is through this product. It's allowed me to train harder, recover better, and have better overall health. So even though my career is long over, I still receive the benefits of ASEA.
My name is Felix Crab. I'm 27 years old. I'm originally from the U.S. Virgin Islands, the island of St. Thomas. And I've been a professional baseball player for 9 years now. I'm a huge believer in natural supplements. I believe that you only have one body and should take care of it the best way that you can. After taking ASEA the first time, I went to a workout. Once I got done with that workout, I had tons of energy. Later that night, I went to bed feeling wonderful. And when I woke up the next day, I felt totally rejuvenated. I knew there was something about this ASEA. As a professional baseball player, there's extremely long seasons. We play a 140-game schedule, and I believe that you need to be able to recover on a day-to-day basis to be ahead of your competition. And after taking ASEA, I could tell immediately that it was real.